Buttoned up and baffled. Why do men's shirts button right and women's left? Hey Volga Facts fanatics, welcome back to another curious clothing conundrum. Today, we're tackling a question that's likely crossed your mind while getting dressed, or ogling someone else who is why, in this seemingly symmetrical world, do men's shirts button down the right side, while women's fasten on the left? Buckle up, because the answer, like a well-tailored suit, has layers. Theory number 1, the sword-wielding swagger. Let's take a trip back in time, shall we? Imagine a world of knights, jousting, and, of course, swords. This theory proposes that men, being the dominant sword wielders, back then, at least, needed their right hand free to swiftly draw their weapon. Buttons on the right allowed for easier access with the left hand, offering a tactical advantage. While this theory sounds undeniably cool, there's a lack of concrete historical evidence to fully support it. Theory number 2, dressed for success by someone else. Here's where things get interesting. Back in the day, elaborate clothing with layers upon layers was the norm for women, especially the wealthy. Dressing oneself in such attire could be a complex task. Enter the trusty maid, a right-handed one, most likely. This theory suggests that buttons on the left made it easier for the maid to assist her lady in getting dressed, a detail perhaps deemed unimportant for the more practically dressed gentleman. Theory number 3, the breastplate bias. Another historical tidbit suggests a connection to armor. Soldiers wore breastplates that overlapped left over right, offering better protection for the heart. This theory proposes that civilian clothing mirrored that design, with men's garments, potentially including shirts, buttoning right over left, mimicking the armor. However, there's limited evidence to suggest this practice translated directly to everyday wear. The Great Button Shift, a fashion mystery. So, when did this button divide even occur? The truth is, it's not entirely clear. Some theories suggest it emerged around the 15th or 16th century, coinciding with the rise of more tailored clothing for both men and women. Whatever the reason, the button difference became a standard, persisting through fashion revolutions and remaining stubbornly in place today. Beyond history, practicality, and symbolism. Beyond historical theories, there are more practical explanations. Since most people are right-handed, buttoning the opposite side might be easier. Additionally, some argue that women's clothing, with its focus on detail and embellishments, might benefit from having the buttons hidden on the inner side. The button difference has also taken on a symbolic meaning. Some view it as a remnant of a bygone era, where gender roles were more defined. Others see it as a subtle fashion distinction, a way to differentiate between men's and women's clothing styles. The button debate, buttoned up for now. The truth is, the exact reason for the button divide remains a mystery shrouded in the mists of fashion history. Whether it's a leftover from sword-wielding days or a sartorial quirk born from the need for a helping hand, it's a fascinating example of how seemingly insignificant details can endure for centuries. So, Volga Facts fans, what do you think? Do any of these theories resonate with you? Have you ever questioned this curious clothing custom? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this fashion history dive, don't forget to like this video, share it with your curious friends, and subscribe to the Volga Facts channel for more mind-boggling explorations of